Hi everyone. So we're Reportica. So our idea would be targeted to the SAPS. So what it does is that when you go to the police station and you file a statement, we would then, after the statement has been filed, we would then come into the picture and then have an electronic version um, of that statement. So what we've noticed is that when these statements are reported, either the dockets are missing or there's no backup of that information, or there's docket manipulation. And then these cases get dismissed before they even reach the court.
So, like she has mentioned about the problem identification, the manner in which we would go in solving this would be, like previously mentioning, developing a Docker archiving solution. This system would then be secured by encryption standards. This will then ensure that there is actually limited access onto the, the actual data storage system. So this data storage system would be protected from manipulation in the sense of there's actually metadata that alerts the users, not the users, that alerts the reporter on when there are actual changes to the data. So it has entry. So say someone had to try to change the actual data on the on the docket, then it would record when that happened and alert the actual report. So this would the only time these dockets would be accessed would be when the original physical docket goes missing. So they are then accessed by, say, the detective or the lawyer who is in charge of the case, or say, by any chance, the judge. The judge. So the authenticity of the electric docket is done by the fact that it was followed through with the chain of custody, which then makes it admissible in court because it has followed the law of, it has complied with the law of evidence. And the APIs that we have used are CareMap for location of the actual report station of the police station. And we have also used IBM Cloud and Node.js for authentication. Um,
All right, we're just going to skip over those facts because we stated them before. So, our main value proposition to the government and the SAPS is security. So, first of all, we are going to be using the IBM Cloud for data storage and further security. However, we've decided to wrap our security further with the AES 256 standard to make sure that it's secure. And then we've hashed it further to further encrypt the data so that even when someone does gain access into the data, they can't actually read or take anything out of it. We've also implemented a curator from IBM to ensure that we get a thread monitoring system. And furthermore, we'd like to just demonstrate our app to you. So looking at this, we try to make it as inclusive as possible. So it includes as many languages as possible, given the different demographics of South Africa. So we're just going to demonstrate with the English one for obvious reasons. So say you want to actually lodge a complaint or record something from on the website, you just simply log in like I did earlier, and then choose a language of your of your choice, redundancy, and then it will ask you, what would you like to do today? So say you'd like to open a case, you go to open a case, and then it would give you the different options that you have, which is the age, date, ID number, and then attachment of evidence, right? And if you lodge it, it tells you successful, congratulations, you've lodged your case, and it sends an SMS to the victim, letting them know that it has been recorded and archived, okay? So you want to following up, you simply insert the case number given at the end of the case, the ID number of the victim and the victim's surname to actually get the case back. That is the gist of our app. Thank you.
Lady, sorry, can you just elaborate for me? So when you scan in your evidence, are you going to just store the metadata or are you going to do document repository as well?
Sorry, please repeat the question again.
If you scan in the document, the evidence or the docket, are you only storing the metadata or are you only also going to store the actual docket?
Um, the uh, the docket that is stored in the system is not the actual docket that's scanned. It's a replica, so it's an
Okay.
exact replica that's stored, and then the metadata is in the sense of the time of when it's stored and the actual change.
Okay, so not the actual content of the docket, just the metadata of the docket itself.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Sorry. May I please correct that? We store both. So we store both the content and the evidence, but we also, the key encryption is the metadata that makes sure that no one ever alters it after it has been sent to our server.
Okay, thanks for that. Can you tell us how you're going to make money out of this solution?
May we please pull up the PowerPoint slide? Oh, okay. So what we're trying to do is, one, we're trying to sell the app to the police because we're trying to stay within the laws of South Africa. If we try to keep the app to ourselves, then we are apparently defeating the ends of justice. So we're selling the app to the police. What we are also doing is we're offering auditing and security services to the police. So given the fact that every 39 seconds there's an injection made and a hack attempt made, we offer the services to constantly maintain the system in real time.
I think one of the things that happens whenever people want to commit fraud, like people that make dockets disappear, is whenever the system is offline. Is there ever an offline version of the system, and what have you done to make sure that people can't use that as a loophole?
Okay. Like I explained in the previous slide, we're using IBM. However, we do acknowledge that things do go wrong with our partners. And in the case that that does happen, we've used a... I'm so sorry. No, I mean, I'm so sorry. Yo. Damn. Tense. No, I don't mean it like that, guys. Whoa, you're rude. My point, hey? No, like, I mean, like, in the case that that does happen, we've actually considered the possibilities, right? What could go wrong, and if it does go wrong, what then? What we did is we did the AES 256 standards, right? And then we've also hashed the data. So as the data comes into the server, it is hashed automatically, goes through a pipeline, it is hashed, and then stored. So even when you do retrieve it as a hacker, you can't do anything with it because you don't understand.